Hello! Today, we'll be showing you how to replace the battery in an HP14 SMB Chromebook. First, you will need a few tools. An anti-static mat is recommended to prevent electrostatic discharge, which can damage electronic parts. A small, magnetic tip Phillips head screwdriver will be necessary for this replacement. A spudger will also come in handy during this replacement. You can use either plastic or metal, whichever you prefer. If you have tweezers, you might also want to have them handy, as they may be useful when dealing with small parts. The first step in the battery replacement process will be to remove the 4 small, white rubber screw covers on the bottom cover. Next, you will remove all 13 bottom cover screws. Next, you will use your spudger to go around the perimeter of the palm rest assembly and carefully pry it up. Now, you will disconnect the touchpad cable from the motherboard. Next, you will disconnect the keyboard cable from the motherboard. Now that the palm rest assembly is removed, you will disconnect the battery cable from the motherboard. Next, you will remove the 3 battery screws, 2 of which are also holding in the speakers. Now, you will disconnect and completely remove the motherboard to USB board cable. Next, you will disconnect the speaker cable from the motherboard. Next, you will remove the speakers and then remove the battery. The first step in the installation of your replacement battery will be to set the battery into place and then set the speakers back into place. Now, you will reconnect the speaker cable to the motherboard. Next, you will replace the 3 speaker and battery screws. Now, you will reconnect the motherboard to USB board cable. Next, you will reconnect the battery cable to the motherboard. Now, you will reconnect the keyboard cable on the palm rest assembly to the motherboard. Next, you will reconnect the touchpad cable to the motherboard. Now, you will snap the palm rest assembly into place on the bottom cover. Next, you will replace the 13 bottom cover screws. The final step will be to replace the 4 white rubber screw covers on the bottom cover. You have now successfully replaced the battery in your HP Chromebook. Good job!